over here. Did I get it? What happened? Why is it not there? Come on now. I gotta get my zombie. I can't just be regular Richie. I gotta be zombie. We're here. We're good. We're fresh. We're out of here. Alright, we got the phone mounted. We're out of this piece of shit state. Can't wait to leave. I told you I'd come back to the cigar if I ever found it in Robusto. And I found it in Robusto. Ooh. Was that snow or hail? I don't know. I found it in Robusto. I found out something about the cigar that I don't think I realized the first time I had it. And that it is a Cameroon seed Honduran wrapper. So it's a hybrid. It's not a true Cameroon wrapper. It's not Cameroon. It's not Cameroon seed grown in Cameroon, Africa. It's Cameroon seed from Africa grown in Honduras. So we got that going for it. It is not as nice looking. It's a drier looking, lighter shade looking, less thick looking tobacco compared to a Cohiba Red Dot. The cigar feels a full pack. It actually feels pretty heavy for its size. It is touting a Connecticut broadleaf binder, and then we are using, I think it said Ecuadorian filler and maybe Nicaraguan or Honduran. I know it's Ecuadorian and something else in the filler. If somebody wants to find out, I hope they do. I could care less. I want to see how the smaller size, I believe I had this in Toro or Gordo, but I think Toro. And I think I enjoyed it. But I think I remember saying I think it could have used a little smaller size to push the flavor more. So let's get to that. Anyways, hope you had a good holiday. Hope you're fresh. And I got things in the face here. No Diddy. Well, that's just going to have to dangle. Anyways, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Stay fresh. It was a good time seeing family and friends. Really great time. But it's always best to get the hell out of Dodge. It was time. It was time. It was time. And I'll tell you what. I ran out of sticks that I brought. I only brought so many. And I shared some with my brother and my dear friend Johnny Stash. And, we're going to go Shades. Let's go Shades. And I had to stop at a lounge, Matadors, which has nice selection, but their prices is... All in New York sucks, their prices. Their taxes and also their cost, everything. Long Island, New York City is the worst place in the world to buy tobacco. For example, the Davidoff Year of the Horse, which I wouldn't buy in Pennsylvania for $60. $60. You out of your mind? They had it there for a lovely price of $130. $130 for a fucking Year of the Horse would never happen. The Placencia, thank you, Bob. What is he saying here? Original Bob. The Placencia Year of the Horse was 60 in Pennsylvania. It was 90 in New York. So whatever. It's amazing. I mean, Nicer Fuentes, for example, like in between the lines, might be like $20, $22. In between the lines, expensive. Pennsylvania, they're $40. I mean, it's just disturbing. And then you go like to anything with Don Carlos, like the higher end one's the man, or anything like that. Purple Rain, I didn't even look at that one. That would have been like $80, bro. No, I'm not going. Bro, everything minimum was around like $20 for the most part. Of regular mid-tier, so Rocky Patels were like $18 to $25, like regular Rockies. It's disturbing. Everything Davidoff was $40 to $150. It's crazy. This though I did pick up for $13. This was actually pretty reasonable because I think I paid about $10 PA. So for whatever reason, this wasn't that much difference. I mean, $3 compared to 10 is 30%, but whatever. So we're going to see if we're going to get any kind of Cameroon sweetness, and we'll find out. All right. We're gonna see if we get any Cameroon sweetness. Off the bat, this smaller format, a regular Robusto, is giving this cigar a little more grounding to stand on. I believe I enjoyed the Toro, but this smaller size is suiting it. Instead of like a cinnamon note you would get normally out of a Cameroon, it's more of like a slightly fermented honey note. Well, it's not bad at all. It's quite enjoyable. It's a solid medium plus right there. 65% darkness. It's not a godlike cigar by any means. It's not a bad cigar. If you're looking for something, picture like it's like a mix between feeling like a lighter shade Habano or a darker shade Connecticut shade with some type of spliced in quasi Cameroon vibe. All right, it's different. I don't know. I like the flavor, but I don't know if it's for everyone. I think it's too new. I think that the invention of Honduran Cameroon tobacco mixed with, and then we have endless ways to mix it, right? In the realm of cigars, it hasn't been happening for 50 years here, not to my knowledge. And even if it was, it's not mainstream. So I think it might take some time, if it catches on at all, for people to get used to Honduran Cameroon tobacco. It wasn't that big. Now, maybe it was in the beginning, because people would say Connecticut shade. It could be made in Ecuador, and like, yeah, but it's still Connecticut shade. You know, it's Connecticut seed, and it went through a cloud process, so it was more cloudy, so less sun, so it's shade tobacco. It's not the same with Cameroon. If Cameroon tobacco wasn't grown in Cameroon with Cameroon seed, nobody's going, oh, it's the same. It's Nicaraguan Cameroon. No. Connecticut shade gets a pass if it's in Ecuador. Not so much Nicaraguan Connecticut shade. I will take Honduran Connecticut shade over Nicaraguan Connecticut shade. But anyways, though, I digress. What's my point? My point is this. I think Cameroon seed tobacco that's grown in other countries, wherever. I've had Brazilian Cameroon. This is how Honduran Cameroon. I've had other Honduran Cameroon before. And I think it's got a long way to go. At the end of the day, I'm not blown away by a Honduran Cameroon. I don't think it's bad, like, oh, it's garbage, but the problem is, when you make a hybrid, you're going to compare it to the original, or else why are we doing this? And in my book, the original Cameroon is always going to beat the hybrid Honduran Cameroon or Nicaraguan Cameroon. Or if they ever make a Dominican Cameroon. Or if they ever make a Connecticut Cameroon. So that's all I'm going to say about this. It is not bad at all. But it's not amazing. I think it can be enjoyed. I think it's going to push the power a little bit more. And don't get me wrong, it's not a strong cigar. But in this Robusto size, it's giving you a little more. I get a little bit of floral notes. There's sweetness in the cigar, but it's not the same. It's not the same. The sweetness it's more of a honey note and slightly fermented, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not the same as that succulent sweet cinnamon you get with the roasted nuts and the nice black pepper, and it's a little darker overall and a longer, heavy finish when you go with a Cohiba Red Dot or Don Carlos Personal Reserve. So I understand why companies are trying to make other types of tobacco. That's just the nature of the beast, to create new stuff and new blends with new stuff, etc. And see what sticks, see what people buy. I don't see this cigar at all taking over the market, or I don't even see El Rey del Mundo making a lot of these type of cigars in the future. Like, oh, we're gonna make 10 sizes of this lineup, on a regular basis. I could be wrong, but I don't think I see that. But I do enjoy that every year El Rey del Mundo and AJ seem to be making some type of special Rey del Mundo 10 count boxes at an affordable price. That original was fantastic, the Christmas cigar. The next one was okay. I think there was Connecticut Shade. Then they had something else, and I forget. And then we have this one. So, shout out to El Rey del Mundo and AJ. I'm just, trying different stuff. And, hey, I mean, not everything could be a masterpiece. But could you enjoy this? Yes. Is this amazing cigar? No, I think right here, we're at a solid, very good, though. Yeah, again, like powdered sugar coming in now too. So, all right. So, I don't think we have to go crazy talking about this cigar. I don't think it's a cigar that anyone here is dying to smoke it. But being that this cigar channel is more of a library, and I like to put out information out there for people, because they might come to a cigar and they're like, "Is there any info on this?" Well, the El Rey del Mundo, the band is nice, nothing wrong with construction. The look of it almost looks more like a Honduran Connecticut Shades, which lots of times they're a little darker, a little more pasty, less oily looking wrapper. And I got nothing bad to say about it. It's not jump out, go buy a box worthy, but it's not a bad cigar. So it's good to know if you're out somewhere and maybe your choices are limited. Maybe you're at a different town and they have a shop and you don't know what to get and you don't have the regular selection you're used to. Well, at least you know this is not a avoidable cigar. You could enjoy this. I'm not saying it's going to be your favorite cigar at all, but it can be enjoyed. Yeah, slightly bready, slightly funky. I don't love this cigar, but I really don't hate it. I don't hate the cigar at all. Definitely can be enjoyed. It's a brand that General has not pushed this brand well at all. El Rey del Mundo has no connection with the cigar community at all. Not like Cohiba. Partagas, they've done better trying to represent the brand. They've really pushed a lot of the Gloria Cubana. Fortunately, though, I think the quality of Gloria Cubana of their newer blends are really not for me. Why is there always an asshole that has to break down and just park? Oh, it's an electric car. You ran out of electric. You did that shit on purpose, this motherfucker. You got a guy just parking his car in the middle lane of the Long Island Expressway at 4:30 with his hazards on. Why? That should be a hangable offense. Yeah. So if you do see this cigar and you want to check out the appointment, it was good enough for me to want to try it in a smaller size and see how it affects it. I definitely enjoyed it. I definitely can recommend it. And I think it would be definitely better in this smaller format to push the flavor a little more. Anyways, I don't want to beat this thing to a pulp. I hope you have a great New Year's now that Christmas is over. And enjoy your long weekend if you got it. Hope you're staying fresh. Hope you're not doing drugs. I hope you're not drinking and driving. limit your alcohol when you do drink, and stay out of trouble. No cigars in prison, and take it easy. I think I'm gonna be hitting a lot of traffic. At least I got a full tank. I think that with this storm coming in, I think it's gonna be kind of crazy. I'll see you guys around. Everyone stay fresh. I'll see you maybe in 2026. Take it easy.